My name is Simon Brascoupe. I'm from Kitigan Zibi. I'm an artist educator. In 1989, I did a large mural for the Ottawa Hospital, and I did it at the school, in the gym, because it was so big. While I was working, I did printmaking workshops, and some of the kids that took part in that in 1989 became artists. They're practicing artists today. Being creative, connection to the land, connection to the language, and connection to the culture.
We talked a lot about the different animals that are from this territory and what they mean and their sort of responsibilities. And we were trying to put that into the bigger picture, and that was sort of with the help of my dad and Hunter that we sort of quickly put together sort of a base outline, and then we had all the kids sort of take a different animal and paint it. Again, it's sort of a collaborative effort coming together to create one collective piece.
We could see within the sky animals above that there's florals. And florals for me have been a big part of my work, but I think what it represents within this mural is that the sky animals are the ones responsible sometimes to bring forth new growth with each season. So I really wanted to highlight that in this piece as well, to like showcase that there's little teachings within it, and that this is one teaching that I think that I've learned across like in my life, and just to highlight a little bit about it is pretty neat. Being asked to help out with the mural, it was such an honor to be able to work with the kids and on a project that was not only very quick, but very special. What I've learned through my own artistic practice is that sometimes the process is the story.
Youth don't always have the opportunity to experience art or experience art from a cultural perspective. I know growing up, like my dad was always creating art and telling us stories, and it really impacted me and how I've grown in my life, and now I do a lot of art work with youth and with other folks, and making sure that Algonquin knowledge and culture is shared widely, especially outside of our communities, so that people know that we're still here and that we're on our territory.
I've learned high tanning from my mom, Jackie Pizindawach, who learned from my grandfather, Basil Dawashi. I do a lot of hide workshops within the community, at the school, so I'm willing to share some of the knowledge that I learned through my ancestors. So.
You want to try?
For me, it's important to continue this cultural practice and to revitalize the hide tanning within our community and communities.
So I think there's kind of two cores for the courses. One is the cultural component, but the other part is the students learning about color theory, composition, mixing colors. So I think for every artist, those are sort of the basic principles of becoming an artist.
We did a lot of different art. We did color theory just to get the kids sort of into it and experimenting and looking at sort of paint and color in different ways and seeing what sort of things they could combine to make different colors to sort of kickstart their creativity.
It's exciting to have them participate in that art. Our hope is that there's more artists who grow up using this medium. Working with the kids yesterday, it was exciting to see how proud they were of their artwork. I would ask the kids, do you do a lot of artwork? Do you like consider yourself an artist? And sometimes they would go, no, like I don't do a lot of art, but I do, I make sculptures with cardboard. And so I'm going, that is art. And I think the more they grow confidence in creating art, the more they see that as something that they can contribute to the community.
This year was at 2023. It's exciting. We want to continue with these culture camps that I've done in the past. And what's really interesting is that there's more local artists that can provide the workshops. And you know, I think they feel like I feel that it's important to give back to the community that's given us so much. Part of giving back to the community is running these summer camps, and it's always really enjoyable to see new generations of Kitigan Zibi artists and their talents. So arts isn't just the art part. There's all the, you know, you might have one artist, but you might have a half a dozen people in the background that make the art possible. I think what's critically important is that our partner MASC is interested in utilizing local resources. You know, the underlying wish that I have is that young people that are creative can find a opportunity for work in the future. And I think sometimes it's you know, we've talked about this, that you see an artist in your community or an engineer or a scientist, and that it makes it possible, these role models make it possible that younger people can see themselves in those kinds of jobs in the future.